This Raw was insane. What's up, Jared here? Today we had the weekly set review of Monday Night Raw. This was the Raw before WrestleMania, so it was the go-home show. It was one hell of a show. They kicked off the show with The Rock coming out, and The Rock said The Rock is a man of his word. Last week he told Cody that he's going to make that boy bleed, which he did. He's a man of his word. He made Cody bleed last week, beat him with his belt and everything, threw him into Cody's bus. Cody was pouring blood. He smeared the blood all over his weight belt that he claims he's going to hand to Mama Rhodes at WrestleMania 40 this weekend. And The Rock talked about how this weekend him and Roman Reigns are going to dominate Cody and Seth Rollins in the tag match, not The Rock. And then Roman Reigns is going to go on and beat Cody Rhodes and retain his undisputed WWE Championship. And The Rock talked about how this Raw set a record for the most attendance in Raw history. It was like over 15,000. And then he's like, I have one more thing. Let me introduce you to your tribal chief. And Roman Reigns came out. Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, Paul Heyman. And Roman got in the ring, asked everybody to acknowledge him. And then he went on to thank his cousin, The Rock, for setting up the easiest WrestleMania in his career. Because him and The Rock, the greatest tag team in history, that's what they're claiming, are going to be in the greatest tag team match in WrestleMania history against Seth and Cody, and it's going to be the easiest match ever. They're going to squash them, and then that's setting up the easiest title defense because Cody's going to be crippled and Roman's just going to destroy him. And it's going to be bloodline rules. Him and Rock are going to destroy him, and Roman's going to retain. And then they were pretty much just like having everybody acknowledge him. And then Seth freaking Rollins music hits. Seth Rollins doesn't come out from the stage. He's coming from the arena near the crowd and everything, like how the Shield did. And Seth freaking Rollins gets on the mic saying, "The Bloodline, you guys think you can do whatever you want, run this show. Well, guess what? This is my show. This is Monday Night Raw. This is Monday Night Rollins, and I challenge you with The Rock to a match anytime tonight, or the main event. No, not anytime. A main event, any rules, steel cage, bloodline rules, first blood, because that's your thing." That's what Seth Rollins said. And he goes, "I challenge you tonight. And if you don't have a big enough balls, I'll challenge you, Roman Reigns, you and me. The main event, same thing, any kind of rules, first blood, bloodline rules, anything." And he goes, "If you don't have and he goes, I'll let you guys decide who has the biggest balls in the bloodline." And then The Rock and Rowan look at each other, and then Solo Sikoa steps up and cuts his first big promo. He goes, "Seth Rollins, you're not going to be fighting The Rock, the final boss. You're not going to be fighting for the tribal chief. You're going to be fighting me, Solo Sikoa, tonight. Bloodline rules." And Seth Rollins was like, "Okay, fine with me. I guess Solo has the biggest bag in the bloodline." I was like, dang. The Rock and Roman Reigns just got called out. But that's what kicked off the show. Then it was Judgment Day, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and JD McDonagh taking on DIY and The New Day. This match was pretty decent. It was actually shorter than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit longer. But actually, it was like maybe 10, 15 minutes. And Kofi Kingston, I couldn't set up perfectly, so I just had it he's diving. But he did a crazy thing. He was at the top rope and did a spinning, if he was kind of like a tornado kind of thing, and landed on Dominic. I can't remember if it was Dominic or JD, but I just have them both there. And Damian Priest ended up hitting a Razor's Edge on Tommaso Ciampa to pick up the victory. I just kind of did a setup to just look like the Judgment Day won. I wasn't trying to make it too factual, but Judgment Day ended up picking up the victory against DIY and The New Day. Kind of figured that, having them looking dominant going into WrestleMania before they would lose the tag titles, because it's pretty obvious. It's a 6 tag team match. 5 tag teams that aren't champs, and obviously the champs are Finn Balor and Damian Priest. There's no way they retain. I'd actually be blown away. They're the last team I think are going to win. Also, tomorrow dropping my predictions for WrestleMania 40. I'm not going to give away too many in this video, but I definitely think Finn Balor and Damian Priest are not going to retain. But I thought this tag match was pretty good. After that, Bronson Reed and Sami Zayn went one-on-one, a rematch of last week because Sami Zayn was distracted last week by Gunther and he ended up losing to Bronson Reed. And Sami wanted to rematch. He had a package video with Chad Gable training, kind of like a Rocky kind of thing. Chad Gable was pushing him and everything. He's like, you can't let Gunther get in your head and everything. He's like, you got to be at your best ever. And this match is going on. It was pretty good. Bronson Reed and Sami doing pretty good. And then Gunther comes out from the stage dragging Chad Gable like a dead body and is coming towards the ring. Sami jumps out of the ring mid-match to check on Chad Gable, and Gunther starts laying him out. Obviously, it's a disqualification. They never announced who won or anything. They never even rang the bell. Obviously, it was disqualification. They never even announced if the match ended or anything. So I'm assuming it was a disqualification. The match ended because there was no bell or anything. They didn't announce anything. It was kind of weird. But Gunther started beating the holy hell out of Sami. Beating him. He hit him with a power bomb on the ramp and everything, and Sami was laid out. But Sami got back up. He kept on pushing. He was asking for more, and then Gunther hit him with the title, laying him out. And then Sami was out, and Chad Gable was out cold. It'll be interesting to see who wins at WrestleMania, Gunther or Sami Zayn. We'll have to find out this weekend. After that, Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch went face-to-face. Well, Becky Lynch came out of the ring, started talking. When Rhea Ripley's music hits, security got in the middle of Rhea Ripley from the stage and the ring with Becky Lynch, and it started turning into a brawl all the way backstage. Dominic trying to rip them apart, security trying to rip them apart. Adam Pearce. It was a crazy brawl. I feel like last week's brawl was better. I was there, and it was wild. Like, they let it go for a while. This one was really quick, which I thought was annoying. Last week's was crazy. I actually was excited for a women's thing for once. After that, Ricochet and Ivar, both people have been putting on bangers lately on Raw, went one-on-one. Great match by both of them. Ricochet did a crazy flip thing onto Ivar outside of the ring. That's what I set up here. And Ricochet ended up picking the victory on Ivar, and also he picked him up on his shoulders. It was crazy, but Ricochet ended up picking up the victory against Ivar. Drew McIntyre, they cut to this package of Drew McIntyre at a funeral home at a casket, and he ended up giving a speech talking about how he buried CM Punk's dreams of main eventing WrestleMania. I'm like, this is perfect, and he's just pretty much talking about how he's going to go to WrestleMania and beat Seth Rollins, and CM Punk's going to be on commentary and watch him live his dream. Then it was main event time. Seth freaking Rollins versus Solo Sikoa in Bloodline Rules match. This match actually was pretty good. They were beating the holy hell out of each other, chairs and everything. There was a spot where Seth Rollins chucked a chair at Solo Sikoa's head. I'm like, oh my god, that hurt so bad. And then again in the ring, Seth Rollins ended up getting Solo Sikoa out the top rope, power bound him through the table, and then Jimmy Uso came out to the ring, attacked Seth Rollins, and then Jey Uso's music hits. Jey Uso comes out from his music hits. He doesn't come out until The Rock throws him across the stage out of the entryway. The Rock comes down to the ring, beating the holy hell out of Seth Rollins, and the Bloodline beating on him. And then Cody's music hits. We hadn't seen Cody all night. The Bloodline thought Cody wasn't there. Cody comes out, no suit or anything. He's ready to fight, beating up The Rock, hitting with punch after punch after punch. The Rock just absolutely laying out The Rock. Seth Rollins and Cody get The Rock over to the announcer's desk, looking like Cody's gonna hit a crossroads on the announcer desk when Roman Reigns came out of nowhere, taking out Cody and Seth, beating up Seth Rollins outside of the ring, bringing Cody into the ring and hit a spear on Cody Rhodes, one hell of a spear. And then The Rock took off. He moved his jacket. He had like a cow skin like jacket, and he had a Cody Rhodes American Nightmare weight belt. Took it off and started whipping the holy hell out of Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. I mean, like, whipping them. There was no holding back. He was beating the whole bloody hell out of them. Like, I mean, like, they definitely have severe welts. Like, it had to hurt so bad. It was the point The Rock started whipping the ref. The Rock just went on a rampage, beating them up. Roman took the weight belt, whipping them. They were just beating the holy hell out of them. Cody and Seth looking weak on this, but getting absolutely destroyed. But if you look at wrestling history, usually when the bad guys or heels go over on the show before the pay-per-view, the good guys end up winning. And last year, Cody went over, and he lost at WrestleMania. And they ended the show with The Rock and Roman Reigns. Rock holding up the American Nightmare weight belt, and Roman holding up the undisputed WWE Championship. I think Cody's going to finish the story. The bad guys went over this time. It'll be interesting. But what a way to end the show with The Rock holding up a weight belt, the Cody weight belt, and Roman holding up the Undisputed Championship. Could this be the last time Roman is Undisputed Champion on Raw? We'll have to find out at WrestleMania this weekend. This show was amazing, though. I'm going to give it a solid 4.5 out of 5. Because there was a women's tag match that was really boring. And, like, it wasn't perfect, but it was still an insane show. I'm so hyped for WrestleMania. I cannot wait. This was a great go-home show for WrestleMania. Can't wait this weekend. And I'll be doing a setup review of WrestleMania. My predictions come out tomorrow for WrestleMania. Can't wait. This is JW. Make sure to like, subscribe. See you for more WrestleMania content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.